What's up, everyone? Welcome to Youth at Dark. I'm super excited for what we got today, and really for this whole week. I'm with my friend Rich Bartell, not with him in the actual room, but with him over Zoom, just like every conversation in the world right now. Rich, how you doing?
Doing good, brother.
Good, man. Well, thanks for joining us. Just to give a quick background on Rich. Rich works on staff at Harris Creek. I don't really know what his title is. Rich, you know what your title is?
Titles are free. I just serve.
We call him our staff quarterback because he is that. And Rich, in a different lifetime, was a quarterback, was an NFL quarterback, was a college quarterback, spent a lot of time coaching, spent some other time in ministry, and now he's serving and leading with us. And I'm really grateful for his leadership. He's an awesome man. I've learned a ton from him, and I'm excited for all of our guys in the youth ministry to be learning from him this week. So we're gonna be having a conversation about what does it look like to be a man of God? You know, what does that even mean? How do we find out that definition? What's different about the definition of a man of God versus the definition of a man from the world? Some traps that we can fall into, and then even just some practical steps for you guys as teenagers, because you're not quite adults yet, but you're on your way. So I'm really excited to be talking with Rich this week. Rich, thanks for joining us, man. Thanks for imparting your wisdom.
For sure, man. I'm excited. Let's roll.
Come on. So I think just like starting with that first thing, like man of God, that's such a generic phrase. You know, it's kind of a Christianese, churchy kind of phrase. Like, what does that even mean?
Yeah, for sure. And so I think it's an honest question, but it also demands an honest answer when you ask it. And so, like, I think starting in God's Word, exploring kind of a really rich history of godly men, and so like, what were the examples that were laid before us, and what were those attributes and characteristics and traits that they had? I think critically looking at the lives of those people in the Old and New Testament can kind of give great insight in discovering kind of who they were and what the identity is that they had, and examining their lives and what can be learned and gleaned from that. And so I think that's a good place to start if you're asking that question and you want an honest answer, But I would say to a man, I think it looks like it looks in Scripture, but it's also highly contextual. And so, I think audience behavior is interesting. And so, to sit at mountaintop, or to listen to a TED Talk, or to hear somebody say what a godly man is helpful, but it's very passive. And I've always been taught, and I believe this to be true. I think this is a lot of my sports background coming into this now is, famed educator and pioneer John Holt once said that learn to do something by doing it. There is no other way. So I think being sanctified, and being set apart by God is a process, and so I think what we learned from Moses is that, he had no clue who God was when we saw him in the burning bush, but by the end of his life, this is a man that walked and talked with God as a friend. And so I think equipping to become what a godly man is can be learned, through listening, but I think a lot of it is doing and emulating others, one, having it modeled for you and watching that happen, and then quite literally doing it yourself. And so, Derek, you're a father, and I think that this is the way that we learn is nobody taught you how to be a dad. You have a dad, you have a great dad, by the way, but he can tell you till he's blue in the face about what it's like and what you should do, but quite literally you got to do it yourself. And then some of that wisdom that was imparted on you is going to be really helpful, but you're also going to have to learn your way as well. And that can be said of becoming a teenager. I mean, teenagers get talked at all day long about what it should be like and what they should do. But I mean, you got to go through it yourself as well. I think what's the perfect model, is that you take the biblical truth, and then you take the wisdom of others that you've seen it modeled, and then ultimately you understand that sanctification is a process, and then you kind of take it, that personal ownership, if you will, and responsibility for yourself, and then you understand that it comes with great endurance, that this is something that I'm going to be in for a while, but I'm going to get better, So I think that's what it means to be a godly man, what it looks like, if you will.
Yeah, no, I super super resonate with that. And I think you're right, especially teenagers are talked to all day long, a little bit less so right now.